most difficult transitions a wildlife photographer has to make is when they go from just worrying about the technical aspects of photography into thinking about the artistic and creative side of photography. Now, I don't care what anyone says, photography is particularly challenging as an art form because there is a very strong technical side to it. If you don't get your settings right, your shots are just not even going to turn out to begin with. And then you still have to try and incorporate some artistic expression into that. And then adding to that, we often have highly uncooperative subjects who are only around for a couple of seconds, and we have very little choice about when and where we're going to run into them. Well, of course, it's down to that P word again, practice, which is a bit annoying, but it's also great news because it means there is something you can do to improve. So today I've got 5 ways that you can flex your creative muscles, train your focus and your eye, and bring more artistic expression into your photography. And we're going to break some rules. Number 1, go abstract. Zoom in tight. Leave out certain details and allow the viewer to fill them with their imagination. Focus on things like texture, form, and colour. Surprise the viewer by presenting the subject in a new way. Tell a story using tiny details. A couple of easy birds you can bribe with a few treats make the perfect practice subjects. Worry about trying to achieve technical perfection with any of these techniques. This is more about having fun, being creative, and exploring new ways to look at things. Bring the background to the forefront. Think of yourself as an artist painting a scene where your bird is just part of the story. Look for complementary art in nature to sit alongside your subject. Branches, flowers, leaves, form, texture, or patterns. Pay attention to everything in the frame and achieve balance with negative space. Seek out symmetry in nature to create a compelling composition. You'll most commonly find symmetry through reflections, and calm days are the perfect time to head to the water's edge and find a subject. Even a puddle can work beautifully. This is when you can discard the rule of thirds and create a powerful composition by centering your subject. And you don't need perfect symmetry or a perfect reflection. One element slightly off can add even more intrigue and depth. Anything else I can get you? Switching to black and white is a quick and easy way to improve your creative skills. By stripping away colour, you're forced to focus on other key elements that make an image strong. You become more aware of how light falls on your subject. It's helpful for using light direction creatively and draws our attention to other important details like form and texture. An interesting exercise is to convert some of your favourite photos to black and white in your editing program and see which ones work and which don't. Keep an eye on your histogram. You'll notice photos that convert well have a well-balanced histogram that stretches across the tonal range with deep blacks, bright whites and rich midtones without excessive clipping. If you'd like to go a bit deeper on this, there's a link in the description to my black and white photography challenge. It's a short exercise you can easily do over a weekend and can help you to focus in on more creative aspects without the distraction of colour. For our final creative challenge, we're breaking more wildlife photography rules and introducing a man-made element into our photos. So what does this teach us? We're placing something in the photo that's most likely unattractive, so it forces us to use good composition and creative decisions to still get an eye-catching photo. Think about using unique perspectives, leading lines, colour, and the unexpected here. You have the opportunity to engage the viewer with something unusual and tell a story about the relationship between the urban and the environment. Added benefit, you don't need to go somewhere picturesque to have a go at this one. You can head out to your local park or just venture out into the street and see what comes your way. Think outside the box and don't be afraid to use what's in front of you. Remember that rules are made to be broken and it's your creative vision that can bring a photo to life. So don't follow the herd and trust in your intuition. There's a link in the description for another 20 creative photo ideas if you need more inspiration. Happy snapping and talk to you soon.